I have felt you coming, Sharon. The first in a century. You, who have come to find the wicked favor of your goddess. Go on! Show me your dagger, your sword, your knife.
My spear, child. Pierce her heart, and become my sword hand. My dark justiciar.
Well, well, well. What's that I sense? A spear intended for my heart? Empowered by your goddess, I. Empowered to kill the child of a god. There is much your mistress does not tell you. My death will come at a terrible price. One that you will not grasp until it is too late. Do you know what I am, little assassin? For I know you. A lost child, frightened by wolves in the dark. Much has been promised to you, hasn't it? But what has been taken from you? What do you know of your own heart? Your own life? I sense more in you than you know. Why?
Do not listen, Shadowheart. She seeks to distract, to confuse, to prolong her ugly existence and deny you your destiny. Shut out her words.
Shah speaks now, doesn't she? Dribbles the poison of oblivion in the shell of your ear. I do not hear her words, but I sense her rage. You must do more than spare me. You must free me. Ketheric Thor, once a servant of your goddess, now a faithless wretch, has used me to make himself immortal for 100 years. Free me. Lay a hand upon me in friendship. I will end him. And I will lay your path at your feet. Then you must walk it.
Enough! Close your hearts to her craven words. Strike! Strike and rise!
There. I feel her again. Why does she fear truth more than I fear death? Your past is not yet lost. Your future is not yet fixed. Lay a hand on me in friendship, not quite Sharon. And I will fight the battle that has been waiting for me this last century. Then, oh then, we will have much to discuss. Our Lady of Silver, hear me. She who guides the Moon Maiden Selûne, mother of the so-called Nightsong. The Nightsong is no more! have given me a great gift, little warrior. Don't you find it oh so curious that you would spurn your Dark Lady? Perhaps you feel a stirring of the truth already. But that will come later. There is a battle yet to be fought. You have done what we feared was impossible. You have released me from a century of sorrow. Your power is great. So too must be your weapon. You must choose what you will wield. And the Moon Maiden will provide. Thus I have said. Thus will it be so. Are you ready? Oh, and it shall be yours. And then, we're going to kill Ketheric Thorn.
A shudder of fear runs through you. Lady Shah asked you to prove yourself, and you failed. Yet no pain, no recrimination, only silence. And somehow this strikes you as worse. It is time to leave this place and see what chaos you have unleashed upon Moonrise Towers.
It is time we spoke about your heritage. There's a debt I must repay. There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget. Shah's embrace is something that was forced upon you. It is not your true nature. Of course I am. And I can prove it. When you freed me from the Shadowfell, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain, his inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others someplace distant. Let me help you remember, so there will be no doubt.
A memory appears at the forefront of your mind. Do you remember sermons about Selûnite rites of passage? About how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home?
Your parents both followed the Moon Maiden. I could sense their faith, even in a brief glimpse of the past.
It is a tragedy that the Moon Maiden's right was perverted by Shah. Your future was stolen from you.
The elf you saw was your father. He tried to stop them, but failed. They were seized by Shah's followers, same as you. Only you were to be remolded for their purposes, while your parents... I sense they have suffered greatly in the years since. But now the veil has been parted. You know what must be done, I trust. You will have to face your abductors in their very lair, in Baldur's Gate. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. But they will all be enemies now. There is one more way in which I can help you. You have been forewarned, and now you shall be forearmed. You will remember this spear, no doubt. It was to be the instrument of my death. Now, it will become a parting gift in exchange for my life. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. I felt the spear call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will need it. But what you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before. Forget her. She was forged by lies. Be guided only by who you have become. I have kept my word. My guidance in exchange for my freedom. Your mind is a deep, dark wood. There are dead ends, shadowy corners, lurking threats. I was lucky to be able to glean as much as I did. Besides, there are more hardships ahead. Knowing too much may cause you to despair, while a little ignorance may shield you. One last thing. Your parents have been in the hands of Shah's followers for some 40 years. It must take tremendous will for mortals to hold out that long. See that their sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
She speaks pure heresy. Or so you would have once thought. But you can deny it no longer. A new presence empowers you. You felt it ever since the shadow fell. Selûne. Pain surges from the wound on your hand, but no memory comes with it.
Shah toys with you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action.
Take action, yes, but freeing your parents will take time. Perhaps there is something more immediate you can do. Something symbolic to put Shah behind you for good. A long, sleepless night awaits, but come dawn, you will have reclaimed a little piece of yourself.
Do you know why you are here?
That voice, it's oddly familiar to you. But why?
Loss is a gift. Do you still not understand? Clearly freedom has eroded my teachings. This can be remedied. If there is anything left of you that is worth saving, show me you at least still know your true purpose.
You sense a presence exploring your mind. Featherlight, yet strong and cunning. She is casting detect thoughts on you.
Stupid girl. Do you think I'd linger in there if I had a choice, wading through your broken, childish memories? The artifact is all that matters. Do you remember who sent you to retrieve it? There it is. You see? You know more than you realize. You know all that you needed to in order to do as I commanded. Look at me, girl. I know you remember me. Your eyes cannot lie. I am Viconia de Vere, your mother superior, your tutor in Lady Shah's sacred arts.
Viconia de Vere. Ah, if only Shar would bless me with the forgetting of your face.
Always a pleasure to see old acquaintances. But you would be wise to not interfere in what is to come. Before me, you had no purpose in this world. Welcome home. Now descend to me. You have much to answer for. They already heard how you disgraced yourself before Lady Shah. How she marked you as the enemy. But it is quite another thing for them to see it for themselves. I am very glad you decided to return. A cautionary tale such as yours will be studied by Lady Shah's initiates for years to come. But perhaps I can make a case for some small measure of mercy. Give me the artifact, and I can at least make this quick. This is your family. And now you have turned your back on it.
You knew it would come to this, yet still your heart races. Viconia de Vere, your mentor, one-time mother figure. And now, your foe.
Lelalul! For Shah!
It can't be. Another vile trick.
No, there is no trick. It's her. Jennifer. Jen. Our little girl.
Moon Maiden's grace. It is you. Yes, Jennifer. Our little Jen.
Not so little now.
We made it, Em. She came back for us. It's over.
It is not over. You see, it matters not if you raise this place. If you slay every one of your brothers and sisters, that was never where my power resided. Every time you try to step away from me, every time you try to reach for Selûne, my hold on you bites deeper. If you had learned, if you had obeyed, there would be no pain. But you struggle on. You make things worse for yourself and for them.
You cannot. We are still bound to you. You cannot both free us and free yourself from her curse. The Moon Maiden needs you more than she needs us. You are the future. You must return to the fold. We are the past. And our duty is almost done.
Eloquently put. His mind stood up well to his time here. The same cannot be said for your mother. Such brief, Fragile lives humans lead. This is my final lesson. I leave you now, to dwell on your mistakes and make your choice. End their suffering and free yourself. Or prolong the pain together.
Shah's parting words make your flesh crawl. You fear that you know all too well what choice she spoke of, though you wish it wasn't so. Your chance at freedom from Shah's curse, and your parents' very lives, they are entwined. One cannot be claimed without the loss of another.
And you did. You found us. All these years, that dream kept us going. That you would break free. No matter what they made you do to us, we knew you were still in there.
I knew the dark woods wouldn't frighten you. You were always such a brave girl.
She was. And still is. You've saved us. Now save yourself. You'll be out of Shah's reach. And we'll be at peace. We'll still be with you. By the Moon Maiden's grace, we'll never be far. Please, Jennifer.
Help us, Jen. I can let go. Now I've seen your face again.
They bring Selûne's light to dark places and offer guidance to those in need. Your parents still watch over you, and they wish for you to leave this place behind. You stare up at the statue of Selûne. Her placid stone face was once that of the enemy, but no longer. Now you see a benevolent stranger, an unasked-for patron, and a guiding light for your parents. They're with her now, thanks to you, while you are left behind once again. You feel a lump rise in your throat. You realize that you cannot remember when you last shed tears. Could it be possible that you never cried before? All you know is you feel better for it, lighter. You know where you came from. You know you were loved. And where you go now is in your hands.